So, how's it going, future me? Yeah, this is your past self, the one that is totally whipped with Dr. Angela Yu from Udemy. And this is us trying to get back on the ball and not drop it again. Yeah. So this is day one for us. So, what did we learn today? Well, one of the key takeaways for me, at least, at this point in time, was the triple quotations that you can put into the print function, and that allows you to then have multiple lines, of multiple strings in it. Instead of us like writing like print several print functions, we actually have one print function, and it spans multiple lines, and I found that cool. And that is exactly what I then these learnings, I took them from the Replit team, because they also had their own 100 days of coding thing going on. I don't know who stole from who, but I'm guessing that they stole it from the good doctor over here. I took what I learned from the Replit team, and I put it into use at the Udemy course. So as you can see, I did it with the day one Python print function. This was super cool. I can see myself using this thing or spamming it in the future to write stories. You know how I like to ramble. All right, on to the second key takeaway from me. It had to do with the nesting of functions, right? Functions within a function, functionception, if you will. As you can see, you are going to be blown away when I start showing you this from Thorny. There was a video that I recorded earlier, but yeah, for now, hang tight. So as you can see, the input function is within the length function, which is in the print function. And I found that totally cool. I thought I was gonna have to perhaps like make all right, let me just explain how incorrect I was in the beginning. All right, so the first attempt, as you can see, right, I tried to concatenate a string, uh, hello, with integer, which is the length, right? The that length function was going to return an integer. So it turns out that you can't do that in Python, and yeah, it did give me a few gray hairs there. So, um, but I did find I did figure a way out, from what I could remember from my C++ days. um Even that is it's not something that I would put on my resume anymore. so so okay, the second attempt, as you can see, I had made a variable, right? And then from that variable I put I took the input and I saved it into the variable, and then I printed it out. It shows the same results, but it is not as cool as the good docs solution. So that is what I ended up putting, the doctor's one. And I think that's how I'm gonna do things going forward. I'm gonna start spamming these nested features, so yeah, but here's something cool that I learned from the doctor. Check this out. I recorded this earlier. Just listen to my past self. Listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this cool thing that we learned. We learned today, right? All right. So look at this cool thing that we learned today, right? So it's code. We're gonna be stepping through the code. You'd have thought that I would have learned this in uni, but I was busy doing other things. So check this out. Right. So this thing is going to get evaluated first, right? The print function. Okay, what are we printing? There's something that is between the brackets that we need to print. Okay, we check inside the brackets. What's there? Ooh, it's another function, the length function. And what does the length? How do we get the length? Oh, we need the length from the user input. So this cool new feature okay, it's an old feature, but it's new to me. But check this out. Okay, so we take the entire thing into consideration. There's the print function that is being taken into consideration. Then we go inside the print. Okay, what return out print? Return out print the length function, and then boom, what does the length? What length? What is this thing that we want to find the length of? So boom is the user input. How do we get that user input? Okay, there's the prompt, and it gets executed. They ask me the question. I put in my name there. Boom. The entire line, okay, that component of the code gets converted in or gets turned into the string that I just put in here, and we step through again. Okay, now we're looking for the length of king. Okay, boom, 4 of them. Now that executes and returns 4. Isn't that amazing? Like, check this out. Then that's gonna get printed out. Now it's gonna print out 4 right there. Wow, amazing, amazing. How cool was that? Oh, by the way, it's me. I'm back again. It's me. Okay, okay. So how cool was that, man? Like, I didn't like this feature has always been there. I remember it. I think it was used to be in Visual Studios as well, but I've never used it. So many A's that I could have gotten in programming, but here I was underutilizing the application. All right, so then the last thing that I did was, made a band name generator app. Yeah, check this out. So what it does is that it takes in input, right? When it runs, it takes in input, asks you what city you lived in or you grew up in, and then it asks for your pet name as well. Then it concatenates those two user inputs together to give you a band name. Yeah, that's it. See you tomorrow.